John Partridge here, and I thought I would make a video featuring the concertina. The concertina is a wonderful little instrument which I had the chance to really learn because I was involved in a musical theater piece, and the two women who wrote the script wanted a scene in which somebody was playing the concertina. So what better excuse does one need? I went out and bought the concertina, took it with me to my cabinet in Canada, and learned to play the thing. And I fell in love with it. It's a beautiful little instrument, very, very sweet sounding, not too difficult to play. What I didn't know until very recently is that the concertina has a strong connection to Christian worship and Christian faith. And that connection is through the Salvation Army. Salvation Army is a fascinating organization, still exists today, was created in the 1800s and really took as their mission to go to the slums in the city and to spread the gospel and save souls among the alcoholics, the drug addicts, the prostitutes, the really down and out folks. And one way that they would attract a crowd so that they could preach to them was by playing music. You may have heard Salvation Army brass bands playing. They still occasionally play around Christmas. But I didn't know they also had concertina bands. And in fact, the concertina was really associated with the Salvation Army. So I thought, why don't I make a video of me playing the concertina, but I'll play some church music on it. And I've chosen two hymns with very beautiful melodies that are the melodies are related. The first hymn melody is called O Wally Wally. It's a Scots folk song. And it was set to various religious texts. Probably the most famous is one by the great composer Hal Hobson, which goes under various names. The Gift of Love. This in the Methodist hymnal here is called Though I Speak. I'm just going to read you the first verse. Though I may speak with bravest fire, and have the gift to all inspire, and have not love, my words are vain, as sounding brass, and hopeless gain. So very beautiful words and a gorgeous tune. Now the second hymn is Lead Kindly Light. The hymn tune is known as Lux Benigna, which means kind light. And the words are by a very interesting guy, John Henry Newman. I chose this one as well because you'll hear that the melody starts off very similarly to O Wally Wally. Newman, again, fascinating guy. I'm not going to go into detail much, but he was an Anglican priest in England in the 1800s and went through a real crisis of faith. And at the end of that, made the decision to convert to Roman Catholicism. Now, nowadays, so what? In England in the 19th century, that was huge. The Church of England was very much anti-Catholic, and there was strong anti-Catholic prejudice in England at the time. And so we have to assume that it was a really difficult decision for Newman to make this change. And then he faced a lot of opposition, a lot of anger, disappointment, and misunderstanding because of it. And I suspect that that's related to the text of Lead Kindly Light. Here's the first verse. Lead kindly light, amid the encircling gloom, lead thou me on. The night is dark, and I am far from home. Lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet. I do not ask to see the distant scene. One step enough for me. All right, so I'm going to play a verse of O Wally Wally, a verse of Lead Kindly Light, and end up with another verse of O Wally Wally on the concertina.